am Tisha. I'm in New York, USA. When I was 5 years old, my parents used to pay $4 per month for gas in the United States. When I was 17 years old, I paid $17 per month for gas in the United States. When I was 19 years old, I paid $40 per month for gas in the United States. Today I'm 47 years old. I'm paying $330 per month for gas in the United States. Same road. What happened? Inflation, and something else worse is happening. The US dollar is dying. I am going to show you signs that the US dollar is dying. I'm not the only one to say it. I'm a former Wall Street attorney. I wrote on banking law. Even JP Morgan, the largest bank in the United States, is saying that the US dollar is in trouble. Okay? Even the bankers are saying the US dollar is in trouble. Let me show you signs that the US dollar is in trouble. Inflation. Inflation is 9.1%. This is the highest ever been in the United States. China. People are using the yen to trade. The US dollar is not the almighty dollar it used to be. That's why so many people came to America. The US dollar used to stretch, I tell you. When I was 17, 20, $40 a month for gas. I'm 47, $330 US for gas. That is not real. It's not sustainable. People are running from the dollar. They are hedging themselves. Why are people, middle class, poor people, billionaires, even the government, the SEC, is proposing a digital currency. Digital asset is in, digital currency is in. Why would the federal government propose digital currency? Almost every government in the world is proposing digital currency because there is crack in the US dollars, okay? There are cracks in the US dollars. They don't want to come out and tell us. What about Silicon Valley Bank? That crashed, that cost trillions of US dollars. That's a lot of money that we have to pay back. We owe China money as well. The United States borrowed too much for China. JP Morgan said we're missing another $1.3 trillion. All right, we have big government. We have a lot of socialist programs here that are not sustainable. It is crashing the US dollar. That is why I'm spending $330 a month on gas today in America on the same roads that 42 years ago my parents spent $4 per month. Gas used to be 99 cents, okay? America was the gold rush. The dollar was the god, okay? The dollar was the god of the world. It's not happening like that today. Hedge yourself against the dollar, even if you're in the United States. There are signs the dollar is weakening. Nobody knows when it's going to crash, but we just know. We don't know what date. Nobody knows what date. It's just a matter of time. We can see the holes. We can see it. Former Wall Street attorney, former banker. I'm agreeing with JP Morgan. I'm agreeing with the banks. Why is the dollar crashing? Think about cryptocurrency. There is 24,000 of them. Who is going after cryptocurrency? It got value. Who went after it? The SEC. That's the biggest government in the world. That's the feds. They went after the currency. Why? Because it is hurting the dollar. They're not telling you that. Why did they close down Silicon Valley? Because Silicon Valley has been promoting cryptocurrency and the dollar is crashing. People are running. 110 million users are on Coinbase. I'm one of the users on Coinbase. I bought Bitcoin. I live in America and I'm 47 years old and I use Coinbase. So does my friend who makes $10 an hour, SEC. She too uses Coinbase. We all using Coinbase because the internet opened up and the dollar cannot have me trade with people overseas. I have workers all over the world. I trade with people in Pakistan. I trade with people in India. I do digital asset. I have an online business. I used to fly overseas to see people. Now with Bitcoin, I can have a business over the internet. The US dollar is not able to do that. The The US dollar is being replaced slowly but surely. That is why even the United States government is saying they're making a currency too. So you need today to hedge yourself against the dollar. Stop falling in love with the almighty dollar. It is getting weak. Even Janet Yellen, who is the treasurer of the United States of America, said the dollar is going to have some bumpy rides. Okay? That was released last week, Saturday. Why would the person say the dollar is going to have some bumpy rides? Because it's going to slide more. I'm sorry to give you the bad news, but there is good news ahead of you. You are in any country in the world, go to your bank today, open a mutual fund. Open a mutual fund so you can hedge yourself against the dollar. Learn about digital assets. The average person has $37,000 value in digital assets. Cash flow. Figure a way to cash flow. Cut down your bills. Cut down your bills. The US dollar is not stretching, so cut back on spending it, okay? That's the only way you're going to hedge yourself, and look for ways to invest. Look for the gold rush, okay? I got to tell you, I put some money in crypto, not a lot. I put 500 and I feel okay, all right? That's just how people are hedging themselves against the dollar. They're putting a little in the crypto. Look for the big cryptos. Don't look for the small ones. What? There's 23,000 crypto. Even though the SEC is suing Coinbase and Banaka, we know it's two different outcomes. Coinbase went back and sued. Number one, I'm a security attorney. I've got to ask the SEC, what is a security? How is cryptocurrency a security? I can't even see it. I can feel the effects of it, but I cannot see it. So what are you taxing? What are you regulating, SEC? It is the US dollar they're distracting from. When big government came in, they did a 1.3 trillion US dollar stimulus. 1.3 trillion. We've got to pay that back. That did not happen 30 years ago. We did not overspend. Today we have overspent and we have not balanced the budget in the United States. So we have to pay for it. Nature, there's a cycle. It goes up and down. I wrote a banking book. 2020, I timed the real estate market. There is a cycle. Not even government can stop that cycle, okay? You have to balance the budget. The sanctions are stupid. They're not working. It's just creating to make the dollar even worse. We can no longer ignore China. They work harder than Americans. I've worked with Chinese before I worked with Americans. They're all hard workers. The Chinese can work, so can the American. You do expect both people, both countries to start clashing because they're getting big. Look at TikTok, look at Facebook, look at YouTube, look at Google. Those are giants, tech giants and banks, fintech. They're on the internet creating digital currency. They're invested in blockchain. Do you understand that blockchain is validating cryptocurrency and digital assets? I can't explain everything about digital assets and cryptocurrency. Subscribe. Just understand that the tech companies, the banks, and now the governments of most countries, including the United States government, has just legitimized cryptocurrency. That alone in itself conflict the dollar. The dollar has competition today because of the inflation, China, and cryptocurrency. Okay? Do not be fooled. You would not have banks invested in blockchain and fintech. You would have movie stars doing Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. You would have people like Kim Kardashian doing Bitcoin. Movie stars are buying into fintech. Okay? Movie stars are buying into blockchain. Billionaires are buying into cryptocurrency and digital assets, okay? Government, the SEC said they're going to have their own digital currency. That's what they said. They're creating a digital currency. That's going to conflict with the US dollar. So I'm just here to say, I'm just repeating and showing you what the graph is saying, that the US dollar is dying, and it will die within my lifetime, probably my kids, or maybe my grandkids. So the only thing you can do, you and I can do, is start hedging yourself against it. Go to your bank tomorrow, get yourself a pension. It's in every pension mutual funds. Call your bank, say, I need to invest my money. They will put it in mutual funds, which mix up a liquid stocks. Every country has one. Hedge yourself and get familiar with social media marketing, digital marketing, cryptocurrency. And that's all I have to say today about the dead dollar. It's dying. I mean, you can't keep spending $3.30 a month for gas and think that this is a great country anymore. I mean, that is expensive, don't you think? I mean, I used to spend $40 a month when I was 17. Why am I not spending the same money on the same roads? That makes no sense to me. I'm Tisha Paul. We'll see you soon.